Hello ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, the name is FuchsiaButter. Now, I understand that since I'm new, y'all might be thinking two things. Who are you to have an opinion? Or, you are just covering this for the club. And, yeah, I am. Partially. Look, I gotta start somewhere, okay? I also feel like this will be a good video to kick off this channel since, in all honesty, it's hard not to see any of the problems in the video.
Tonight, we face ourselves tonight, tonight.
If you somehow don't know about this, let me summarize. After the whole Madame drama, someone by the name of Kumu began to harass Slimmers online, stating that she needs to face the consequences of her own actions. Problem was, he wanted her to receive the same treatment as Madame, despite their mistakes being on completely different levels. While Slimmers merely went the wrong way about receiving credit for her art, Madame attempted to literally dox her, a minor, and made extremely bombastic statements about Slimmers' character in a public video. As a result, commentators by the name of Ponder and Nezzie Monster made co-op videos on the matter, including another user named FuchsiaButter making her own video on the matter. I'll put their vids down in the description. Akumu has responded to all 3 videos, which all of them are, well, very fucking bad. I'm only going to be covering his response to Fuchsia because the other response is just so damn long and my thick furry ass ain't ready for it. So without further ado, let's start the video.
But I wanted to talk about someone who's seriously gotten under my skin.
Aw, that's adorable. That's pretty cute. I've gotten under your skin. I'm glad to know. Can we get to the point?
Throwing my hat in this ring, and talking about someone who is such an indescribable asshole that they've caused me physical discomfort just by things they've said, and the fact that they still breathe.
Boo-hoo, grow a pair. Whether it be figurative, testicular fortitude, or literal breasts, grow a pair. This entire video you waste time with insults instead of getting to your main points. Your personal feelings and matters are irrelevant. Get to your points.
Dude, my guy, my broski. She just started. Calm yourself. Also, you probably want to make a statement like that near the end of your video so that you can at least give the audience a chance to see what the fuck is going on.
Imagine being so offended by someone's personal opinions and what they defend to the point that you make a video and most of the video is just you going on about insults because you're personally offended.
Kinda like how you seem to get offended when someone makes a vid on you or just disagrees with you, because you're replying to literally all comments that don't agree with you show that. Especially your title.
So yeah, another response. Good news, this really isn't on the Madame and Slimmers drama. It's more focused on me and my supposed wrongdoings I've done. Considering who this person is, I expected someone like this to try and step up only to fall. Throughout his video, he takes my points or posts and exaggerates them to fit his narrative.
Now, for the people that don't know, Fuchsia is actually a trans woman, which she clarifies in her video, which Akumu watched, meaning he knows this, yet calls her a he. Dude, that is beyond disrespectful. I don't care if you think it is delusional. I do not care if you think being only scared or hateful constitutes as transphobia, which it doesn't. Trans people don't go through hating who they fucking are for all their damn lives for a little shit like you to just disrespect them like that. They can't control that. How would you feel if throughout the rest of the video I called you Akumu-chan and referred to you as a she, despite you claiming to be a dude? You better get yourself back in line, boy, cause no one's gonna take that shit when you grow up.
Now for the first segment, we will talk about his points and how he changes the narrative to fit what he wishes. I am a dick, but there's a certain length you can go to exaggerate it.
That don't excuse shit, son. You're still being a dick. And continuing to disregard her proper pronouns doesn't make her points seem as exaggerated. Not respecting Fuchsia's pronouns is not only rude, but an actual form of discrimination, which is transphobic. Small side note, dude, please at the very least add some background music to your videos. It'll help spice things up a bit and help make your words somewhat bearable.
Oh shit, sorry dude. Again, she's not a victim. Don't even dare say she made these mistakes because of sexual assault. Don't. No, not happening. No excuses. Madame made mistakes. She made mistakes. If one deserves harassment, so does the other. What excuses? I was comparing a situation to how a victim can still be a victim even if they made a mistake. I made mistakes with my abuser and I still have the ability to take legal action. Okay, you also deserve punishment for your mistakes. Madame never abused slummers, so you can't pin slummers' mistakes on Madame. No excuses, period. Well, Madame did technically kind of steal the art and not credit slummers after that was part of their agreement, and then publicly harassed and abused her verbally in a video. So yeah, she did harass slummers. And holy crap, you disgusting piece of shit. Where do I even begin? Like, holy shit, you shot yourself instantly in the foot with both of these replies. You straight up said she's not a victim. In the most homey way possible, choke on my transsexual pink pube dick.
Either he's intentionally changing the context, or he just doesn't know the context. I didn't deny that Slummers wasn't harassed. They were both harassed. The point was, Madam didn't abuse Slummers. That was the point that was made.
She just explained how Slummers was technically verbally abused by the Madame in her video. It's like publicly calling out a fucking child, saying she was a goddamn snake and tried to fucking dox her isn't an adult abusing a child at all.
That was making, as Eden Pastel tried to pass it off as such. And when I'm talking about abuse, just for a little bit more context, if you actually need it, since it's not obvious, I'm talking about when it came to like the sexual harassment, abusers, that I'm not talking about harassment in general being abuse. Somehow he takes this as me saying Lilith or Slummers here deserve to be punished for her sexual assault. Where in this do you read, it's your fault, you deserve punishment for your sexual assault? He takes my point of view of all mistakes deserve punishment or consequences, and actually tries to twist it into me saying this person here, whether it be Lilith or Slummers, deserves punishment for their sexual assault.
Well, with how you just blatantly told a victim of abuse that they should be punished for their mistakes with their abuser, I don't blame anyone for thinking that. Also, no one is saying that you think she should be punished for her sexual assault. People are saying that you think Slummers should be punished due to the actions Madame did towards her. Look, when talking about abuse or talking to an abuse victim, you have to be really careful about how you say things, because if you don't, people will get on your ass.
This is most likely because Eden Pastel decided she was going to make a post telling people I said she deserved her abuse. If I deleted those tweets, why is it I just found them on my suspended account? He continues throughout his video actually saying that he makes teases such as me deleting comments, and even tries to say that I wiped my account or that I have deleted things. Well, here they are, so if they're hidden, why are they here? If I deleted them, why is it when I sign into my suspended account, they're still here?
If the tweets are still there, why don't you provide screenshots yourself? Like, they could help your arguments, but I don't see them anywhere.
Everyone's good to continue then?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
Downer.
Being so stupid, such a waste of space that you allow someone to be excused of mistakes based upon age and the fact that Daddy tried to have his pathetic fun. It'll be so funny if you were commenting as the video.
Here you show evidence. Once again, I didn't deny saying it.
That is still fucking bad! She never said you denied it. She said you didn't even acknowledge it. That's gonna tell people that you think it's okay to joke about a child being sexually assaulted by their father. It is not. I do not know what the hell kind of edgy teen persona this is, but you better fucking stop right now. Great zombie Jesus, you ain't gonna last out in the real world with that shit.
Hey, you can't talk to my grandson like that. Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma!
I have Slummer's file number and the county for such. File number and a county. This sounds like a court issue.
This actually helps my previous video. There was a total of 3 alts of mine involved with me going to dox Slummers scandal. This one here literally proves I said I'd probably not find it. You mentioned minor as if that makes any difference. We are 1 year apart. Age is entirely irrelevant. Irony is, you continue to mention, age, her being 15, and all of that, and I'm no doubt assuming you're one of those people that excuses it because she's 15, don't attack a minor, but the irony in that, I don't mind that you're saying all these things about me. It's just the irony in that is, I am 1 year older than her, and here you are technically attacking a minor. I don't mind it. It's you do you, and it's just I'm using your own logic against you.
She ain't attacking you, she is just calling out your bullshit. Also, no one is making excuses for Slummers trying to get credit the wrong way. They are trying to get people to not be upset with her, like Madame was, because of her age. Also, you both are minors. She ain't wrong in calling her such. Criticizing minors is completely different than harassing them, even if yourself is a minor. Psst, fun fact. You wanna know who this is coming from? Another minor.
Overall enthusiasm, overall enthusiasm, overall enthusiasm, yeah!
No, honestly, when I first got into the situation, I was trolling. However, the second I looked at the evidence, I knew what was clear. Both of them have made mistakes. If you are to attack Madame for hers, you should also be attacking Slimmers for hers. Your excuse is evidence, isn't it? Well, here it is. Otherwise, leave both of them be. Don't be a hypocrite with double standards.
You're showing my description which wasn't hidden from anyone. There's nothing of value actually in it, thus showing it is useless.
Well, maybe if you wait for a goddamn minute to let her explain, maybe we can see why she provided your description.
You say that me saying I'm trolling is me using an excuse, when no, I'm literally saying what I did, which was trolling several people. That's not an excuse, that's just what I did. That's how I troll. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. It's not going to change anything at the end of the day. I will do as I please.
Okay, that is the most depressing story I've ever heard.
And I missed E.
I mean, what was that all about? He's negative and then gets hit by a semi? Where is God?
Expect that you were maybe on Geeking as well, but again... And the irony is you bring up SJW, but you are literally one of them. You're a gender social construct crusader.
When does she bring up SJWs? Can you show us? Is this you just jumping the gun to add in your personal prejudice? Evidence of her being typical SJW? I swear to God, if you say it's because she's trans, go sit in the fucking timeout corner.
I implore you to prove me wrong. Regardless of the outcome, I'm keeping comments enabled on this video. Unlike you, I can handle the quote-unquote rush of comments, as you call them. That's a creative way of saying valid criticism, dumbass.
Was that supposed to be some kind of attempt at a joke or a comedic gag? Yeah, that was pretty bad. That's your decision. Whatever you choose to do with your channel is your decision. What you do with your comments are your decision. If I don't have mine on, that's my decision. I really don't see how my decision affects you or your decision with your comments affect me. It is your channel, not mine.
She is trying to say that you can't handle criticism. You are just deflecting at this point while screaming, "You're not my mom!" Double edgy teen points.
Matters since you disable comments like pussy, but I do have evidence of yourself admitting to deleting comments that don't portray you or your video correctly, aka comments you didn't like because they derailed your shady pathetic points or they hurt your feelings, and when that became all of the comments, it was just easier for you to disable them. Also, you're so much of a pussy that when you posted your video, you wiped out your tweets to try and hide any evidence against you. A heads up, after I publish my video, I'm gonna delete most of my tweets. There won't be a use for them afterwards. And then you tried to backtrack with a pinned tweet saying, "Oh, I don't delete anything," when the images were cropped not to show the clock or date, and the profile picture was different in the images compared to your current one. You see, you did a lot of depth research, kind of like Ponder did, but you didn't come to the conclusion that I've had several alts. The screenshot you just showed is my current account showing screenshots of the account Ponder was talking about. You're talking about my troll account. I said I was going to wipe some tweets, and I even explained why. It was all junk. I also go into depth on the same account, literally saying if I didn't, someone would get my alt, that current trolling alt, suspended. It was to prevent alt suspension, not to hide any truth.
My ears, my precious canine ears. Dude, please try not to ensue ear rape onto your audience. Please try and level out the volume of your video. Also, how does you having alt accounts debunk this point? You are still deleting tweets.
So, here's what you're doing. You're changing the narrative and taking screenshots from one alt to one rebuttal and trying to add it to this one. That's not going to work. You see, I'm not going to allow you to lie. It was a good try, though. And I guess I'll give you an A for effort.
Evidence, motherfucker, do you use it?
Did you guys seriously think I was done? I haven't even talked about racism, the homophobia, the transphobia. Yeah, these guys are real death cars. And all the cars are junkers. Lonely Jared Leto, none of the cool ones. Let's start with the racism. Correction. I will ask and have asked why they chose to shit on a character's design. It's simple.
Racism. He uses my viewpoint on the Black Nezuko situation to prove racism. Ironically, I am mixed. I shouldn't have to go in any more in depth, but I will. Basically, a cosplayer who is black cosplayed Nezuko. Several people called her out. This includes myself. I'm glad you mentioned Geeking. That was a fun app until it ended with sex-crazed furries and pedophiles.
Even if you are mixed, that can still be considered racist. Actually, a lot of racists, including blacks and Chinese people, can be racist towards their own for having a darker skin tone, which is called colorism. Mixed people can still be racist. Even if that isn't your intention, what you said about the whole cosplay debacle is pretty racist. Also, why did you bring up geeking again?
Never once said anything about stills. Most people in the art community who use stills have their stills as OCs. Nuxtaku isn't pale like Sans. Is that racist? Ponder doesn't actually have tentacles. Racist? Stills aren't actually someone dressing up as the character.
What? What the fuck? Guys, it's cramping something. You see, the thing is that...
Now then, the homophobia.
This writer here is a fine example of an issue with the MHA/BNHA community. Headcanon, AU, ship for fun, those are all excuses for you to spread your filthy, annoying, garbage ideals throughout the community. Todeku is not a thing.
Now the homophobia claim. As you can see, he takes my Instagram post about BNHA gay ships and how toxic and oversaturating they are to me actually supposedly hating all gay people. If I did, why didn't I shame James for being bisexual? Why did I defend him on Twitter when people started attacking him for his opinions? Your logic is so poor. You do all this research, and if you went this in depth, you no doubt would have found the evidence that goes against this.
Where is the damn proof? Please, just once, show us a damn screenshot already to back up your claim. Also, with how you worded that post, how can people not see that as homophobic? You could have just instead shown an example of how some people in the fandom are toxic when it comes to ships other than their own to get the message across just fine.
Hello, you've reached the Navy's automated phone service.
Squidward, the robots are running the Navy!
Not the Navy!
Now to explain my point on BNHA and ships being a serious issue. If you take a look at the BNHA amino, it's always ship content featured, mostly gay ships. Secondly, you can find this shit on Twitter and Instagram, and you even show me going through valid points against your argument in the comment section. Not a wise idea. I was talking about the Kiribaku ship issue mostly. They tried to force Kiribaku to be canon with a petition, let alone the art of depicting these minor characters kissing.
Then why didn't you mention that in the post? If you had just explained that in the original post, then people would not be calling you homophobic. Context matters.
Now then, he's transphobic as well. If he's made it to this point, I'm surprised he has managed this long. If you haven't figured it out, jackass, I'm a girl.
Sure sounds like you're working on it. That voice sounds real feminine, huh?
You wanna fight me, boy?
I'm working on it. Anyways, let's look at some. Haha, I'm an epic memer tweets. I purposefully call people their real sex, however I am not anti-trans. Yes, you are.
Here we go with this transphobia shit again, and I'm pretty sure I explained this in James's video and debunked the whole thing, but here we go. I don't hate anyone for their opinions or perspective. I may call you an idiot at times, but I don't even hate Ponder. I don't hate you for your attempts to be a woman, and I never will. That's your decision. When it comes to trying to force or demand what other people do, that's when we have issues.
Dude, you are acting like she is trying to force you to transition. She's not! People like her are merely asking to be respected, which is shown through using their proper pronouns. Also, this isn't a choice. Much like having depression or anxiety isn't a choice. Do you honestly think trans people want to wake up every day in a body that they absolutely hate and feel disconnected with? That's why people transition.
Your gender dysphoria is your problem, not mine, so don't treat it as such.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Fuck it, I'm skipping the rest of the video. All he does is just blabber on about how not using pronouns is not a big deal, which it is, and just going about the "don't tell me what to do" response from your friendly neighborhood toddler. Here's my final thoughts. Akumu, you have been extremely out of line. Your arguments are absolute shit and just so damn disrespectful. Throughout your response and comment section, all you do is plug in your ears because you refuse to have an open mind and actually take criticisms. Akumu, you really have a lot of growing up to do. I really do hope that this is just a phase and that you come to your senses in the future and become a wonderful, mature adult. Thank you so much for being here for my first video, guys. Please share your thoughts on it down below and I'll do my best to keep an open mind. Stay safe, y'all.